It was a quiet summer morning in the picturesque town of Willowbrook. The sun filtered through the white curtains of an elegant Victorian-style home, casting a golden glow over the room. Eleanor Ellie Whitman, a spirited and compassionate woman in her late 20s, was humming a soft tune as she prepared breakfast for her husband, Samuel Sam Whitman. Their life seemed like a fairy tale, a small, cozy home, a loving marriage, and friends who were more like family. But fate had a cruel twist in store for Ellie. Ellie's best friend, Maggie Harris, was a staple in their lives. Ellie and Maggie had been inseparable since childhood, sharing dreams, secrets, and even heartbreaks. Maggie was vibrant and charming, a contrast to Ellie's calm demeanor. She often joined the Whitmans for dinners and weekends, her laughter filling the rooms with life. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Ellie's world began to shift. Maggie had dropped by unannounced, a bottle of wine in hand. Sam, who had been distant lately, appeared unusually animated in Maggie's presence. Ellie brushed it off, convincing herself that she was overthinking. But the seed of doubt had been planted. Days turned into weeks, and Ellie couldn't ignore the changes in Sam. He was staying late at work more often, his phone always glued to his side. Maggie, too, had grown evasive. Ellie's once unshakable trust in her best friend and her husband began to waver. One fateful afternoon, Ellie decided to confront her fears. She went through Sam's phone while he was in the shower, her heart pounding with guilt and dread. What she found shattered her world, a series of messages between Sam and Maggie, filled with flirtation and undeniable intimacy. Tears blurred her vision as she read the words that confirmed her worst nightmare. Confrontation was inevitable. That evening, Ellie faced Sam with the evidence. His initial denial crumbled under the weight of her heartbreak. He admitted to the affair, his voice trembling with regret. "It was a mistake," he said, tears streaming down his face. "I love you, Ellie. It was never supposed to happen." Ellie's pain was magnified when Maggie tried to justify her actions. "Ellie, it's not what you think," Maggie pleaded. "Sam and I never meant to hurt you." But the betrayal cut too deep, and Ellie couldn't bear to listen. In the weeks that followed, Ellie spiraled into a state of despair. She withdrew from friends and family, her once bright eyes dulled by sorrow. But amidst the darkness, she found an unlikely source of strength, herself. Ellie decided to channel her pain into something constructive. She began writing a journal, pouring her emotions onto the pages. It became her therapy, a way to process the betrayal and reclaim her identity. Slowly, she started reconnecting with her passions. She took up painting, a hobby she had abandoned years ago, and joined a support group for people who had experienced infidelity. Meanwhile, Sam was relentless in his attempts to make amends. He started attending therapy sessions, both individually and as a couple. He wrote Ellie letters, each one a heartfelt apology and a vow to win back her trust. Ellie's initial response was cold, but over time, she began to see his genuine remorse. Ellie also decided it was time to confront Maggie one last time. They met at their favorite coffee shop, a place that now felt tainted by memories of their friendship. Maggie looked remorseful, her once confident demeanor replaced by visible regret. "Why, Maggie?" Ellie asked, her voice breaking. "How could you do this to me?" Maggie's eyes filled with tears. "I don't have an excuse, Ellie. I was selfish and reckless. I ruined the best friendship I've ever had, and I'll regret it for the rest of my life." Ellie listened, her emotions a whirlwind of anger, sadness, and a faint glimmer of hope. She realized that holding on to bitterness would only prolong her pain. Though forgiveness felt impossible, she decided to let go of her hatred. "I don't know if I can ever forgive you, Maggie," Ellie said, "but I'm done letting this consume me." Months passed, and Ellie's life began to transform. She and Sam continued therapy, rebuilding their marriage brick by brick. Trust was fragile, but their shared history and mutual commitment kept them moving forward. Ellie also found new friendships and rediscovered her independence. She launched an art exhibit showcasing her paintings, each piece a reflection of her journey through pain, betrayal, and healing. The exhibit was a resounding success, drawing admiration and praise. Maggie, on the other hand, moved away from Willowbrook, seeking a fresh start. Though their friendship was beyond repair, Ellie hoped that Maggie would find her own path to redemption. One evening, as Ellie and Sam sat on their porch, watching the sun set over Willowbrook, Ellie felt a sense of peace. Life was far from perfect, but she had emerged stronger and wiser. She had learned that forgiveness wasn't about erasing the past. It was about freeing herself from its hold. Ellie's story became an inspiration for many, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. In the face of betrayal, she had found the courage to heal, to forgive, and to embrace life once more. And as the stars lit up the night sky, Ellie whispered to herself, "I am enough."